Greetings, this is Classic Games Redefined. My name's Rich, and we have another Why That video and Why That Game video, and this is Star Realms. It's a game I particularly like. I picked it up with the expansions. I want to go through the good points. I know some people have complained this might have been a little bit too simple. It follows a game Ascension, but I happen to like it. And I'm going to go through the points why I liked it, and other people like it also. So, what we have here is, let me go through good points. By the way, just to let you know what we're looking at here, I'm using my Open Broadcaster software. I downloaded the demo for the game just to show the artwork here. I prefer to show the artwork or something else I had it, which is easier to download the demo. I actually own the Android version of this. I probably could upgrade this for free. It's relatively expensive. You can download all the links below and in the description, so check there for it. Anyhow, let me just go through the good points here. This is just a deck building game, and it has a number of good things I like about it here. Let me start with the first point. As you can see here, I like the artwork. I think it has really good artwork. I'm looking at the cards mainly, because I'm talking about the board game, but you can play the computer game also. I like the artwork. It has a nice sci-fi theme, captures it. And speaking of theme, and actually I like the theming also. You're playing a Shattered Empire, my feel, the way the theme is. Shattered Empire, and there's different factions in there. You're trying to form a coalition with these different ships to come out to add to your deck. You could recruit them into your deck. And as with the deck building game, unlike other magic stuff, deck building, your deck will grow as you play, and you will add stuff that give you more money or life, and you can add them and increase your life point here. It's here, you have so many points. It wants me to play certain cards, I can do that. And you're going to do that, and you're going to build up with these different factions, and the object is to kill your opponent. So pretty much it's an all-out space warfare with different things to get you different items. The rules are really simple. The game comes in a box. Imagine, if you like a Magic or a deck build trading card game, it comes in a box that size. Matter of fact, the boosters come that way. And the rules don't take up that much space. If there's anything a little bit unclear about the symbols, there's online help for it. I mean, Board Game Geek and stuff, you have it for that. So anyhow, it is different than your normal deck building game. This is a deck building combat game. Usually the other games, if you look at even Ascension or not Magic, Dominion and other ones they had, a lot of it ended up being a lot of focus on just building up and having the most victory points. It's not the case here. You're trying to eliminate your opponent. Instead of acquiring victory points, you're trying to whittle away and attack your opponent. The computer came in and did 2 points of damage to me. That's why my life here, you see this green 48 thing here. See that there. Oh, I don't think it shows the menu. Anyhow, in the lower right-hand corner, you'll see a flag thing. I have 48 lives. So he wants to attack, and you try to whittle it down. So you try to use the money to build your deck right here. And unique besides that, also the sci-fi theme. I really haven't seen too many games with the space combat, which, for me personally, the theming I was mentioning about, I prefer it over Ascension, and I like the artwork. Another thing you have here, and this is typically of deck building games, particularly here, the synergy and combos. You don't necessarily want to grab every single one card out there of all the different races, because there are bonuses. Like if you see the battle pod here towards the right-hand part of the screen, if you get another one of those green cards in play, and those are why am I not remembering the name of it? Well, the green faction that you had here, and the blobs, that's what they're called. By having ones, you deal additional damage. So by having cards getting it synergy, you have it. And it leads to interesting play. Usually deck building games, you want to do it that way. This one lends particularly well to that. So you're building up combos in the strategy of this. It might consider a little criticism is it's a little bit light because you only have so many cards out in front at the time. It actually lends to variety of that there. So it makes it a little bit more luck heavy than maybe like Dominion where everything's out in front. But here gives you variety, so you can add more cards in and maybe not see anything. But it works well that way, and then you have pressure to whether or not to take these cards or not. It's also, let me give a final point here. This isn't expensive. I mean, besides the game you pick it up for, the digital download, which is a different thing, you can get the base deck for 2 players for like $15. Then you can also add the expansions, which give you different cards, leaders and stuff for like $5 a booster pack, and you get like 8 cards. So it's not too expensive. I mean, it's relatively expensive. And one more thing I'm going to add to here. It's compact. You have compact. It just takes up, what you normally have in a trading card game, for example. It will take up not a lot of space with that, for example. Just really takes up just that deck of cards, something else. You could get a bigger box to put it in, if you want to put card protectors on it. But it's compact also. Goes with that. So anyhow, I like this game. I like it a lot. And that's part of the reason why I'm doing a video. It's liked also well on Board Game Geek. As I said, if you want a deck building game that does something different, if you happen to like Magic and want to go a little bit more sci-fi theme and figure out what this whole deck building thing is, look into it. And yeah, it's good cards, simple play mechanics, fairly streamlined. You can play relatively quick. So anyhow, that's another thing. Play relatively quick. We'll add to it. So yeah, that's the latest. That's latest. So by the way, quick and minimum downtime. Just quickly do your most is normally the case here. So anyhow, that's it. I do want to thank you for watching, and may your die always roll 5.